Hello everyone, I'm Grim, a freelance artist, and this week let's talk about works in progress, also called whips, which is probably what I'm going to use for the rest of this video. If you're here, I'm assuming you feel like you have too many works in progress, like me. No artist is immune to it. Now, let's talk about tackling those works in progress. We're gonna keep it pretty lighthearted but still serious this week because this is the sort of topic that people can be really mean to themselves about. I'm gonna try to keep it real and honest, but still offer genuine advice on what to do about it. Because as someone who does art for other people as a living and managed to get a degree in it, I feel like I have a lot of experience in getting myself to do art even when I don't want to. Also, I'll tell you a secret about having art whips at the end of the video. So, we accumulate works in progress for lots of different reasons. There's so many. So let's talk about those reasons and what you can do about each of them. First reason. I have too many whips and I feel bad about it. Well, for one, stop being mean to yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but pause what you're doing and repeat after me. It's okay to have lots of ongoing projects that I'm interested in. I do art because it's fun and pursuing ideas I'm interested in is worthwhile. Okay, you stopped and did that, right? Right? Anyway, look, masters of their craft in art sometimes took like 30 years to finish giant paintings or even tiny paintings. It's totally fine for you to have something that sits for a year or more. Sometimes the right time just needs to come around for a piece of art, and that's okay that right now isn't the time. Be patient with yourself is honestly the nicest solution to having too many whips and feeling bad about it. Another problem that people run into that causes them to have too many works in progress is going, I don't like this step of the process. So I'm gonna be so real with you. If you hate that step of the art process, just skip it or change it. Part of your art style is developing your own process. If you don't like line art, it's time to start painting and stop using line art. If you don't like coloring, work in monochrome. Heck, you can even leave things as just a sketch. If you're not having fun, let yourself experiment and grow. Sometimes the thing that makes me want to keep working on a piece is just a matter of using a different brush than usual. If you don't like the process where you're at, change it. Skip it. It's your art. Do what you want. Another big reason people end up with too many whips is they look at their piece and they go, I can see all of the things wrong with it. Now, there's a really big important catch to this reason for not wanting to work on a whip, and it is the unstated second half. I can see all the things wrong with it, and I don't want to fix them. Now, I'm noting there's not a moral judgment going on with that second part here. There's a couple ways to work through this, and if you're having this problem, you might not like any of the ways that I'm gonna give here. However, it is important that you should be proud of yourself for being able to see your mistakes. It means you're developing a good eye for your work. You're getting better at seeing, which is an important skill in visual art. Way number one is to say, screw it to your mistakes and finish the piece anyway. Be content with the existence of those mistakes and let them be a monument to your current progress to look back upon later and see how far you have come. Finished art and perfect art are mutually exclusive concepts. Way number 2 is to say, fine, I will fix those mistakes and make a list of all of them. Redline your own work. Then go through each one and do your best to fix them. Honestly, when I have to do that with a piece, I keep that list on a text layer at the top of my document in a ridiculous color and a wild font. It's a fun treat that makes fixing mistakes a little bit more entertaining for me, if you do go that route. Another problem that people run into when they have too many works in progress is going, I don't know which whip to work on. Now, look, if none of your whips have deadlines, then figuring out which one to work on can be hard. Choice paralysis is scary, and it sucks. But there are a billion solutions to this one. This is thankfully one of the easiest ones to solve. You can put your list into a picker wheel website, roll a die, you could randomly move your mouse across your screen with your eyes closed on the file window and just click. My partner also jokingly suggests throwing a dart at your monitor, but you may not want to do that one. Don't listen to him. The important thing to note with this one is that if you use some external method to pick and you don't like it, you don't have to go with it. You can just keep re-picking, or if you have the attitude of, well, since I was told to do it, now I don't want to, but I actually really want to do this, that's fine. The goal was to solve the problem of which one to work on, and however you got there doesn't matter. I will also put a few links to websites to help you pick things and make decisions in the description below, because it's honestly such a common problem and I get it. The last problem that can cause people to have too many works in progress is going, I don't like any of my whips. All right, so this is where I'm gonna give you the secret about whips for this one, because it's also actually a solution to all of the other problems we have talked about that can lead to having too many works in progress. If you don't like your current works in progress, just start a new piece. Have as many as you want. There are no rules, and anyone who tells you that there are rules to art is a big liar, including me. Go wild. Be kind. Be free. Cringe is dead. Make art as the expression of whatever you want right now. Go forth. Do it. Have fun. Have a million whips. Anyway, there it is. That's the video. I hope it was helpful advice while still being fun. I let myself go a little wild with this one. I like talking about art problems like this, and I think it's important to discuss stuff like this with other artists. So if you have other ways that you deal with your endless piles of whips, you should share them in the comments. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. And if you got anything out of this video, be it a laugh or something useful, consider liking or subscribing. That's the thing that YouTube measures. The computer does not know whether or not you laughed or learned anything, and that is how you tell it you did. But otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!